What's up, guys? It's Walt Radden with the Wilderness Explorers YouTube channel. This will be the first video, highly inspired by Outdoor Boys. Getting out there. We got a few stops before we get to the trailhead. We gotta go to REI to get some breakfast for tomorrow. Then to the old man's house for the water purifier, and then we're on our way to the trailhead. So we'll see you there. All right, starting the adventure. We've got the trailhead in front of us. The only problem I think we're gonna face on this trip is the amount of snow where we're going. I kind of thought it was gonna be less than what I thought it was gonna be because it's halfway through summer, but you know, we're at the start of the trailhead and there's snow on the ground. So we do have an extra pair of socks if we get wet, but that will not stop us from having an adventure. Only makes the adventure better. All right, so we are starting now at, what time is it? 6:30. Right on schedule. Hopefully we can get up there before nightfall. So that's the plan. We'll check in later. Adios. Probably about halfway through. I'm not too sure. I'm not really tracking my miles, but yeah, still bright. We got plenty of sun left. Look at that view, man. Look at that view. Doesn't get much better than that. The problem with this hike is it's not that it's long, but it's a ton of elevation gain. So kind of got to work your way through it. A little harder for me today. Hit legs this morning. Probably not the smartest idea, but you can't skip leg day. Plus, this is just allowing me to burn more calories so we can have a little bit of a bigger dinner. So here's the trail going up, and next update will be there. All right, made it to the first lake. That is pretty. My original plan was to make it to this lake and then just camp out here, but we're not really pressed for time. So there's another lake way up there that I think we're gonna go do. So I'll check back up there. Just another view of the lake from up on high. Look at that mountain peak. That'd be real fun to go all the way up there. Maybe one day, but today is not that day. We're gonna keep going. Okay, I totally lied. We were going to go down to the lake, but the descent to down there is just about how high I just climbed. So I decided against it because it's all the way down there. So instead we decided to take a little detour and climb up that mountain I was pointing to earlier. Man, this summit is pretty. But I don't think sleeping up here is a great idea. So we are going to go back down to that first lake and camp out there. So give you one good look. That mountain over there, man. That mountain through there, that's a pretty shot. But I will check back when we find a campsite. So see you then. Okay, we made it to where I want to camp. It's a little bit windy, so I was originally planning to just go down on that beach down there. Down there on that beach, but I think it's gonna be quite a chilly night, so I'm thinking this kind of little sheltered area, it's gonna be real nice. Plus there's a little campfire right there, so you know, I already don't have to do twice the work to get that started. So right here's where I'll be sleeping. Fire over there. Man, There's that beautiful lake. I can't wait to see it during the sunrise. It's gonna be very pretty. Probably gonna build the fly either tonight or tomorrow morning, whichever I feel like I have more time for or want to do. But let's get camp set up so that we can start making dinner. I'm hungry. Okay, so we got the tent set up. This is the first time I've ever used this tent. It's pretty old, so the tarp was giving me some troubles. I kind of need it for insulation, which is the problem I'm having. Yeah, you know, don't have really many problems, but so I'm just gonna put it over me, kind of like a blanket tonight. That'll be good insulation. There's some ducks out there. Shotgun, kill them. But yeah, basically just gonna put everything in the tent, get the fire started, and then maybe get our rod set up before dinner. I am hungry, but we only have one meal tonight and a little bit of dessert, but you know how it be. So I will check back in with you whenever I want to. It's my YouTube channel. Slight side note, the hike was pretty hard. I was not realizing how much I was sweating. So, yeah. All right, just got done chopping firewood. Pretty gracious pile. Never want to run out of firewood. Do it first. Do it right the first time. You don't have to do it again. Right now I'm just figuring out what to do. Enjoying the pretty views. Might build my pole rod, my fishing rod. Because I don't really want to start dinner yet until I have the fire going. And it's not cold enough or dark enough to get this fire going. So we'll have to wait probably another 30 minutes to an hour for dinner. So I'll be pretty hungry for it. Should be delicious. Other than that, just hanging out. Okay, so we've got our rod built. Now we just need to decide which fly we want to use. I'm thinking this guy right here. I don't know if they're gonna take this guy yet. It's a little too big. I think this guy will be good. Or this guy. I think this guy's gonna be a little bit better. And then we'll throw a nymph on there. We're gonna throw that tiny little black one on there. So basically what we do is you want to tie your first fly, the bigger one, on top, or I guess first, and then you're gonna add, I don't know, this lake's pretty deep. I'm probably gonna add 6 feet of line attached to the larger fly, and then that will attach to the nymph, which is the smaller fly. So that will sink to the bottom while actually, I think this lake's too deep. I mean, that's what you would do, you know, maybe for river fishing. This lake's too deep for nymph fishing, so I think I'm just gonna stick it out with the large fly. But yeah, we're gonna get that on. Once we get that on, we're gonna get some water. And after we pump some water, we're gonna start dinner. So catch you then. All right, just got the fly on my line. Took a little bit shorter than I expected. It is getting quite chilly, so we're gonna go pump some water while it's, relatively still warm, I guess. Then come back and get a fire. We got our little spot here for the fire, just a little kindling, so I don't have to do it later. We can just start the fire, get dinner going. But can't ask for much better than this. Came down to the water and look at that. Ice in the water. I bet this water's freezing. Oh man, look at that view. That perfect reflection. The moon up there. Can't ask for much more. Just finished pumping water. Got those two. Those two filled with water. My fingers are numb. It is cold in that water. But I think now is a good time to start the fire. We're almost out of daylight. It's 9 o'clock still. Isn't that crazy? But we're almost out of daylight. And my fingers are numb. So let's start the fire. Got the fire started. I think I'm just gonna sit here and warm up a little bit before we start dinner. I gotta kind of plan out how I wanna do dinner. So, yeah. All right, got some potatoes, some broccoli and cauliflower cooking next to the fire. I kind of forgot tin foil, so this will have to do. After that, we got a steak on deck. We're gonna throw that on, have a nice little meal. Yeah. Oh man, those look good. Steak's about to go on in about 5 minutes, I say. These should be ready. I'm excited. Got that steak cooking. It's hard to get a perfect sear. Eating our veggies, keep our body warm while our steak cooks. Man, these are good. And for dessert, I think we'll do a little bit of hot chocolate. Maybe 2 glasses, I don't know if I'm feeling crazy tonight. I think it's gonna be a cold one tonight. Just gotta stay warm as any way I can. The best way to do that is food. So, I will get a video of this finished steak, and then we'll go from there. Pretty difficult to know when it's done on the fire, but I think that's gonna be pretty good. We kind of forgot a knife, so we'll have to do with what's what. Look at that. Still pink. Still perfect. I think we're gonna have a nice little steak. Here, let me turn down my brightness. Oh, that's the lowest it goes. I'll enjoy the steak, and then we'll pick up from there. For being in the woods, this is not a half bad meal. I'd make this at home. I'm about to bust down on this steak. It's about to be delicious. So, I kind of totally forgot to bring a knife. So, we're just eating it with our hands. Oh, smoke got in my eyes. Oh, it's so good though. Last few bites here. It's quite delicious. It's like I just made it at home. I'm sitting at the dinner table. Last bite. Beautiful. Woo! That was quite delectable. I'm making a mess of myself here. I gotta go do the dishes. I'm gonna go wash them in the water. And then I think it's pretty close time to bed. I love sleep. How about you? Got some hot chocolate here. Fire's about to go out. It's been a pretty nice little camp out. Solo's a little scary, I won't even lie, but it's nice. I'm gonna drink this and then go to bed, so I'll see you in the tent. Alright guys, it's time for bed. Gonna hopefully wake up early tomorrow. I'm not gonna set an alarm, but we'll see. Good night, guys.
Good morning, y'all. It's 5:30 a.m. Didn't sleep the best, but what can you ask when you're in the wilderness? These birds are telling me to wake up, but I think I'm gonna go to bed for like 30 more minutes. So, good night.
Oh, good morning, y'all. Oof. Look at that sunrise. It is currently 6 a.m. Sleep was alright. Need to figure out. I don't really know what was happening, but I think the tarp actually got me wet because the heat I was trapping was kind of staying inside the tarp, so it was getting wet. But, you know, whatever. Let's get some fire going. Well, breakfast and fishing. It's gonna be a good day. While y'all were all sleepy deepy watching the sunrise, I was getting the fire started. So let's come over here. Ooh, very nice. Come make some breakfast and then we'll check back in. So I lied. We're not making breakfast. We sat by the fire for a few minutes warming up in the sun. Some guy just yelled at me. I don't know if he wants me to stop making the fire or not, but anyways, what I wanted to show you guys. Do you guys remember that just like block of ice in the water yesterday? Well, if you look, that block of ice has completely frozen over this half of the lake. And then all the way over there, that's all frozen. Like that one block, I mean, there's a couple more blocks, but it just freezes everything it touches at night. It gets so cold up here. We're gonna go throw the fly around, and I don't know if I'll catch a fish, but I don't really care because I'm not here to catch fish. I'm here to fish. And then after that, we'll do breakfast. But right now, let's just go fishing. So I had to stop fishing just because this little peregrine kept trying to, at least that's what I thought it was. I don't know what kind of bird it was. I'm not one of those guys called aviatologist. I don't know. But he kept trying to come eat my fly. Every time I throw it out there, he'd circle around and I'd be like, man, I ain't no trying to catch no bird. So, and I gotta go check on the fire. So let's get back. I'm gonna start cleaning up camp before we eat, just so we can eat, have our pack ready, and then just go fish to our heart's content until we want to leave. So I will see you at breakfast. Breakfast is almost ready. We just made a little more hot chocolate. My fingers were getting a bit cold. Ooh, that warms the soul up. For today's breakfast, yesterday at REI, we picked up this chorizo breakfast. Veggie chorizo breakfast. Eggs with plant-based crumbled chorizo. That's all right. That's 28 grams of protein. So, am I really losing if it's plant-based? If it's 28 grams of protein? Come on. We got our water boiling right here. Oh yeah, it's time to put that in the packet. Wait for 5-10 minutes, and then time for breakfast. All right, we got our water in our bag. Mix it up a little bit, and we're just gonna leave that sit for 10 minutes. Let that cook. If you don't know, if you're not a camping or backpacking expert like myself, if you don't know, freeze-dried or dehydrated food, super lightweight. You just gotta boil some water, put it in there, and you've got 2 meals. But I think I'm gonna eat both. Made a little breakfast. Here's how she's looking. Quite delectable, if I do say so myself. I'm gonna eat this and then pack up tent and pack up camp. Leave no trace. And do some more fishing and then get out of here. Pretty simple if you ask me. All right. Got a fire put out. We got the tent all cleaned up. Just gotta put this stuff in there. And we're gonna go fishing for probably about an hour, maybe 2. It's starting to heat up pretty fast, so I kind of want to get out of here 10 noon. I think it's about 9 right now. So we're gonna get it all packed up, put it in the backpack, and then go do some fishing. We'll get out of here. Hey guys, just cleaned up all of our camp. We got our backpack on. Time to go do some fishing. I just want to let y'all know, just an important reminder, leave no trace. These mountains are beautiful. We want to be able to come up here as much as possible and be able to backpack whenever we want. But in order for that to happen, you got to, respect where you are. It's a beautiful place. Please don't ruin it. I've seen a couple of wrappers, a couple of cans, whatever you bring up, just take down. It's not that hard. It weighs less, especially when you eat it. But yeah, seriously, guys, you can't, look at that. You don't want to be able to not do that. Come up here and see those beautiful views. So just important reminder, leave no trace and respect these mountains, okay? All right, so we've been fishing for about an hour and a half. No bites. Just don't think they want the fly that I've got. Saw 1 or 2 fish jump. That was cool. But every time I cast it back, a little rainbow was in the water from the sprinkle of the water. It was very pretty. So, you know, that was kind of a win. But we're going to head down to the car now. It's getting a little hot. I just want to be down there before I am sweating bullets. So we'll see you down at the car. Hey guys, made it back to the car safe and sound. Excellent trip. If you like that video or want to see more, subscribe and like down below. Or if you want to leave any suggestions of what you want to see, what I could have done better. Key takeaway today, condensation matters. The hot air from my breath was sticking to the tarp I had over me, and the cold air against it was just dripping on everything I had. So next time, no tarp over me, maybe just a blanket. But yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Deuces.